Spinner. Hello everyone. Today I want to speak to you about Spinner in this video. Spinner is an Android component that we use in Android application development. Spinner opens a list and then the user can choose an item from the list. So when the user selects an item from the list, some operations can start by choosing the selection. So why don't we go to Android Studio and get to work and do some practice. All right, so remember we had a project before. We'll just continue with the project so that we can see the progress on the build. And we're going to do an example in this video. So let's set up the example project just like this. There's a list of countries. And when the user selects a country from the list, the country name will be written here on the text view. So for example, if I want to select Germany, then text view will display Germany. If I select the Netherlands, on the text view it will write Netherlands. Right, so this is how Spinner works, basically. So why don't we start to do this in the application? So first of all, we need a spinner. But before I add Spinner here, I want to add a new horizontal linear layout here. And I added this layout under the image view. I'll add Spinner under this layout. And Spinner is under the container section. Also, I'll add a text view. So this text view will display and explain what the user will do with this spinner. And you see that the other components are not seen. And here I can change the height of the new linear layout to the wrap content. And now you can see the other components. So also, I want to change the width of the spinner to wrap content. And now we have a text view and a spinner. So I'll change the text of the text view. I will write it here to select a country. I'll also change the text color of text view to white. Okay, so now we need to give an ID to the spinner. All I do is write spinner country. And then after that, I just need to fill in the spinner. Now to fill in the spinner, I will create an array. I'll do this under the values folder in the strings XML file. I'll just open the strings XML file and write here string array. Now I need to give a name to this array. The name could be, countries, and I will write between the string arrays items. I'll write an item here, and I will write the country names between two item XML code. So every item is an element of the array. All right, so the first country should be England. Second is Netherlands. Third is Belgium. Fourth is Germany. And fifth is Finland. Okay, so now we have 5 items inside the countries array. All right, so the spinner is ready, and also the array is ready. So now we can go over to the Java side. So first, I'll define spinner. And I'll just write here spinner. Also, the name could be spinner again, doesn't matter. Well, I mean, for me it does because I like clarity. And then inside the onCreate method, spinner equals find new by idr.id.spinner country. All right, so now I need to take a moment to explain a very important bit here. We have a spinner and we have an array. To transfer information from the array to the spinner, I'll need to create an adapter. So in this case, what is an adapter? So let me just show you with a picture, because it's very important. I want you to have a look at this in detail. We will use the adapter in some of the other components as well. So now we're going to use this adapter for the spinner, but we'll also use it for the list view and the grid view for some of the next videos. So we will call the adapter, and then what makes a connection between a data set and a view. In this example, the data set is array list and the view is spinner. Then we need to create an adapter between the array list and spinner. And I'll just do this in the main activity using Java code. So I'll write here array adapter, and its name is adapter. And I'm going to define this adapter inside the onCreate method. So here, the adapter equals array adapter dot create from resources. Now I need to define 3 parameters in here. First is context, and I will write here. All right, that's right. So this means that this adapter will work in this class. The second parameter is array ID. And I'll write r.array.countries, and I'll define array ID to the adapter. Now the third one is the spinner layout. I need to specify how each item looks inside the spinner. So I'll write android.r.layout.simpleSpinnerItem. So now I need to specify the drop-down layout. I'll write adapter.set drop-down view resource. And then inside the parenthesis, android.r.layout.simpleSpinner drop-down item. And now the adapter's ready. I'll just need to assign this adapter to the spinner. How do you do that? I will just write spinner.setAdapter and adapter. So now these codes will fill in the spinner with the countries array. Now, let's check it just to make sure that we have done this so far so good. You with me? Okay, so the application is open, and in the text view, writing select a country, spinner filled in with the country names. So what have we done up until this point? We have created a spinner and a data set, and then we have connected the spinner and the data set using the array adapter. And then after that, we needed to do one more thing. When the user selects a country from the spinner, the name of the country should be written in the text view. So let's continue. I'll need to add a listener to the spinner. And this listener is set on item selected listener. And inside the parenthesis, new adapter view dot on item selected listener. So when I write this code, 2 methods are created by Android Studio. First one is on item selected. The other one is on nothing selected. So I'll write my codes here. When the user selects an item from the spinner, this method will work, and I will write here parent dot get item at position, and inside the parenthesis, position. Okay, so now what will this code do? It will take the text of the item in the selected position. And then after that, I will assign this text to a new string. So I've created a new string, and its name is country. And lastly, I will write result.set text and country. And now this code will get the country name and write it on the text view. All right, so let's run it again and look. Ooh, I get excited, I know. Okay, so the application is open, and when I select Netherlands on the text view, it will write Netherlands. And when I select Germany, it will write Germany on text view. And which item I select from here, it will write the name of the item onto the text view. And that's the way the spinner works. So I think that's plenty for this video. I will see you next video.